Yeah, I'll react to that, sure.
Which was pulled for having no...
Cheyenne? Sorry. Wow, what's happening? Guys, please don't make me restart. I get all frazzled. That's good. It looks orange. I look yellow. But that's fine. I wanted to watch a video, and I saw one. I could watch this one. Oh, I can do both. 7 West Yorkshire police cars in high-speed chase of Porsche Cayenne. I love that car. Let's go, guys.
Insurance. The interceptors are in a high-speed pursuit of a Porsche 4x4, which was pulled for having no insurance.
Shoot his tires?
Please, turn the engine off! Turn the engine off!
After a series of stops and starts...
He's slowing down and trying to wave us past.
Through the town of Heckmanwike...
It's now 70 miles an hour. Let's continue.
The driver headed onto the motorway.
Yeah, we are M62 on at the M6.
Driver headed onto the motorway.
Are sparks flying, or... For a second, I thought this was a thermal camera, but why would a... Oh, maybe there are sparks.
Yeah, we are M62 on at the M62.
Where he tried to take out one of the pursuing cop cars. Steve Oliver and his colleagues are hoping to box in the Porsche and bring it to a stop. With a car this big and powerful, it won't be simple.
What's the thing cops learn? The pit maneuver. It's like a lot of the weight is in the front of the car, because that's where the engine block is, right? And so if you hit the back wheels of a car even a little bit, it should cause it to kind of spin out or something. I don't know, really.
I'll take car 2. Whoever's in DZG, if you take car 1, you're the bigger car. I'll pull alongside you. I'm coming up right now.
As they try to put the box on, the 4x4 boots it up to over 100, undertaking on the hard shoulder. But the driver slams on the brakes as the cops catch up.
Try and get it on now.
He seems to be toying with them. The cops don't know what this erratic driver will do next, but once again, he hits the gas and speeds away. He then leaves the motorway at the next exit.
3-1, he's off at junction 5, And he's going right, Tunstall Road towards the A61 roundabout. 3-1, it's not 1, it's not 2. Not 3. He's taken the 4th. He's going to turn him back onto the M621 in the opposite direction.
The driver's done a full circuit of the roundabout and gone back.
This is intense. Like coffee. I would hate to be a cop. I just too stressful.
The driver's done a full circuit of the roundabout
They don't get paid enough.
and gone back onto the motorway.
So M621 clockwise direction back towards the M1.
Steve's now lead car in the pursuit, and as he gets close to the Cayenne, the driver slows down once more, this time to throw something out of the window. They take advantage of the slower speed and attempt another stop.
What did they
Extra
throw?
Romeo 5-1, I am car 1. If we can get a car up behind me, I'm going to go past, come across, car 2, come alongside, we'll try and get a near side block on. In fact, car 2, where it gets wider here, I'm going to go straight up. I'll drag him to the near side. If you can go past in lane 4.
Steve tries to go up the inside while his colleague goes to the other, but it speeds up and manages to stay in front.
Extra Romeo 5-1, yeah, speed currently 80.
He's driving erratically, but he's not swerving that much, which means I don't think he's drunk. he threw something out of the car, but I'd imagine it wasn't drugs because you have a bunch of cars behind you, and that was way too obvious. I think this is just a sober, crazy person.
080.
Or maybe he's on, like...
It's Romeo 5-1, yeah. Speed currently 80 miles an hour.
The Porsche now dives off the M1 and onto the M62, heading back in the direction it came from, once again coming within inches of hitting the pursuing police car.
Sierra 4-1, at the next opportunity where you join the 62, I'd like the 3 boxing cars to pass the subject vehicle and form a 3-line box.
5-1, that's received. Steve, just bear in mind it's 4 lanes at the moment, mate. 4 lanes until we get past the next junction.
Question, guys. Why don't police units have, like, 18-wheeler police trucks that they can use... Because that, like, you can phone, like, the police further down the highway to get onto an on-ramp onto the highway, and then get 2 really big police 18-wheelers, lorries, and just block off the entire road. Is that stupid of me to suggest? Just an idea came to mind.
They go for the box once more, but as they get into position, the Porsche again swerves into their path.
Whoa.
On their next attempt, it's the traffic on the motorway that gets in the way. The runaway driver seizes his moment and aims for the exit road.
3-1, he's coming off at junction 28, coming off at junction 28.
The driver runs a red at the roundabout and squeezes through traffic as he heads for a dual carriageway, taking him back to where the pursuit first started. Now things have changed. The pursuit and T-Pack on a smaller and tighter road is a much trickier proposition. Steve's colleague tries to get in front. But the driver rams him off the road.
Ready cable, they're back deployed.
Steve's the lead car once again, and as he gets close to the...
This is a lot more dangerous and intense than I expected. I know it was a police chase, but now I'm very invested. I hope these guys are badass. I hope they're okay.
Steve's
the policeman, not the driver, in like my favorite car, the Porsche Cayenne.
lead car once again.
It's my favorite car, and I don't even know how to say it. I just like the Porsche SUVs. All right.
Steve's the lead car once again, and as he gets close to the 4x4, it slows and swerves into him.
5-1, we've taken contact as well.
Steve's car's taken a hit, but it's still okay to continue. Now on a single carriageway, and the fleeing driver's taken even more risks.
Gone offside, I'm just dropping back a little bit.
3-1 is continuing A650, keeps going up wrong side round the bollards.
X-ray Romeo 5-1, we're just approaching a traffic light junction ahead. I think it's Crossroad Junction, stand by for directions. Approaching red traffic light, stand by.
The 4x4 has slowed at a junction, with a colleague alongside and other cars behind.
And we are right, heading general direction of Morley.
Steve goes ahead of the Porsche to try and box it in.
All right. Yeah.
The 4x4 driver has smashed into Steve's car, spinning it around 180 degrees and into a wall. Steve and Harry are unhurt, but their part in the pursuit is over.
Good attempt.
All right. Yeah, sound.
The Porsche driver has taken out 2 police cars. It's clear that he will stop at nothing to escape.
Yeah, well, he's just determined to kill someone tonight, isn't he? 5-1, we're disabled back near Brunswick Academy.
You all right?
Yeah, we're all fine, yeah.
Is he coming back towards us?
No, he's going down that way. He's gone Victoria Road, mate.
The pursuit's been on for more than 25 minutes. There are now 6 police cars behind the 4x4, as well as the helicopter above. The net is closing in.
We're going left at the roundabout. Just on my
For a second, I thought I forgot I was doing a reaction. I got so kind of into it. There are some... How old is this video? It's only a year old. I know there are some things I've seen on American cop cars. I don't know how prevalent they are in like, I don't think they're in every car. But it's this, like, extension off the front of the car. These metal bar extensions with this rope, or like these very strong, like, ropes. They kind of remind me of, you ever, like, you know those things if you're attaching something to a truck or moving, and there are those yellow strips with the metal thing like a belt, and you crank it to tighten it, and they're super strong. It looks like that. And when you can extend it and then hit the car from behind, and it wraps up the wheels, and then it stops it that way. I gotta find a video of that.
we're going left at the roundabout. Just on my
Head past 3-1, it's still the A643 Victoria Road. You've got 6 units behind you, 6 units behind the vehicle.
5-0. If we've got any seatback cars behind us, we can get down the side of it and try and stop him. He just keeps ramming us. So we're going to have to stop it.
The driver's slowed down and is goading the cars behind him.
Just for the officer's information, he's gesticulating out of the driver's window at us.
As they head onto a dual carriageway, the team decide to make their move.
Dual carriageway?
But once again, the driver slams on his brakes. He speeds off, but smashes into the cop car in front.
Look at the thermals, guys. Look at how hot the car is. The heat coming off of the tires and the undercarriage of the car itself. And obviously, because it's been, you know, these cars have been kind of switching out, and this one's just been going, stopping, sliding, going off-road.
Speeds off, but
unless this isn't a thermal camera, and then I'm just an idiot.
Smashes into the cop car in front. This time, disabling his own motor. The driver ditches his stricken Porsche and makes a run for it.
Drive out and running.
That police officer could have easily stopped them, but he knew that he could hurt the guys, so he didn't.
The driver ditches his stricken.
Like, he could have gone straight in, but he could have harmed the guy. But I mean, he might deserve it. That's the driver. Oh my God, I forgot. That's the passenger side.
Drive out and running. We're calling on camera.
Okay, then yeah, you should have slammed him.
On foot, he's no match for the interceptors. And half an hour after he was first lit up, they finally have him in cuffs.
What did I do? What did I do?
Male is detained. It's Beeston Ring Road, Junction, Elland Road.
Some brave people to do that kind of stuff. A lot of respect. I couldn't.
To put him in. Roger. We got a car that works. This way.
What did I do wrong? What did I do?
It's Beeston Ring Road, Junction, Elland Road.
Is there a car to put him in? Roger. We got a car that works. This way.
So you know, look, I'm going.
Get in the car.
Excuse me, I'm going. I'm going.
Put your feet in the car.
Student.
My favorite thing with videos like this, when, you know, it's different if it's a minor infraction and you're arresting someone, but someone who just endangered a bunch of people's lives and then they get arrested, and one of the things they say is they complain about the cuffs are too tight. It's like, screw your wrists. I don't care. You could have killed like 10 people. That gives such an insight. I don't think he just said it. I'm just bringing it up. The amount of selfishness isn't the right word. Obliviousness. I guess selfishness of just not caring about anything other than yourself giant red flag to point to that type of person is not caring about they could have killed something and then comparing about and then complaining about you know what I say. Yeah,
Officer Harry certainly had a taste of what life as an interceptor
tells you a lot.
Can be like.
First experience really of that kind of pursuit. It was interesting to say the least. I could see him all the way through the pursuit. He didn't care. He had his arm on the window looking out. He looked so casual, and it just shows you with his intent how dangerous it can be for police officers.
Steve's seen most things in his 18 years on the job, but this has been one of his toughest pursuits ever.
You'll have seen through pursuit we've dropped back at certain stages, we've come forward at certain stages, and we've tried to put the box on when it's been safe to do so, or as safe as it can get. We can't be ramming vehicles left, right and centre off the road. It's dangerous. The driver in this case has clearly no respect whatsoever for the law or for anybody else around him, and I would hope, assuming that he's found guilty at a later stage, that he'll be getting quite a lengthy custodial sentence so that he can think back on what he's done.
A lot of places here he'd be given like a $100 bond and then be let out on the street. Ooh, there's still a bit left, which we're gonna watch. But the thing about, and this is one of the things I say, like when I watch history videos, it's the same concept about when a country or a nation or just a political entity, a empire, whatever, does something bad in the past. People like to say like that's that country being bad, which it is, but it's also humans are humans, okay? And let me explain with a policeman here, okay? See, humans, like, there is no such thing, I don't think, as the perfect policeman, the perfect cop, you know? And it's, you give a human, like, we want to live in a society where some laws are followed, people can live safely, right? What do you need? You need a group of people whose job it is, that's paid by taxpayers, to make sure that the law is enforced and everything. No matter where that is, or when that country or nation or entity was around, that's a job that that's gonna have a lot of people abusing it and doing things that maybe they shouldn't do. But we need to realize that it is an extremely difficult job to find human beings that are not going to take advantage or do something weird with their power as a policeman. I'm not giving excuses to a police officer acting in some way that he shouldn't. By the way, this has nothing to do with the video I just saw. Every police officer was fantastic. But it's a job that's not easy, and you have to deal with the worst people, like, every day. Like, like the most hysterical people, and you're in a job where your life can be threatened. I think we can both recognize when someone in a position of power is taking advantage of that power, and also recognize that humans are flawed, and we need to recognize the danger of a job like this. So, yeah, I think that makes sense.
The dangerous driver has been taken to the nick. He's being dealt with by Interceptor Richard Whiteley, who was also involved in the pursuit.
You apologise? I think it's a bit too late to apologise now, pal, isn't it?
It's not too late, never too late.
Police suspect he's under the influence of something.
What have you taken?
Cocaine.
What have you been taken? Okay, I want you to do a breath test for me, okay? See if you've got any alcohol in your
I'd be kind of shocked if it's alcohol. I would guess meth or coke.
system. Okay. A lot of people have chased you. You've had half of West Yorkshire police chasing you. Take a deep breath and blow into that for me. Take a deep breath and blow into that like you're blowing up a balloon. Blow. Blow. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep. Thank you, stop. 0 on that one.
There's no alcohol in it.
Yeah, I would have been surprised if there was. It just, from his driving, it seemed like he was on. I bet you he's on a drug, probably methamphetamine or cocaine. But he was just driving not drunkly enough. but clearly he was very aggressive, and it seems like he's on drugs. So those are my two best guesses.
System. So Richard tries a different test.
Right, this is a drugs wipe test, okay? Have you taken any drugs recently? Any? I'm asking you, have you taken any? Okay, stick your tongue out for me. Open your mouth. Stick your tongue out. You're going to stick your tongue out and let's do this? No. You're not going to do it, okay?
Meth.
The driver seems unaware of the seriousness of what he's done.
Yeah, I have. And I'm driving, chasing you at 130 mile an hour, and I've got 3 kids to go home.
Goddamn
you could
right.
have pulled in at any time. Okay? So don't start saying if I've got kids or not. Okay? Because I want to go home at the end of the night.
Hell fricking yes.
The suspect,
What a...
who was driving his girlfriend's car, was taken to hospital for a checkup before being returned to the cells. He was later convicted of failing to stop for police, dangerous driving, and driving while disqualified and with no insurance. He was sentenced to 14 months in prison and banned from driving for 5 years and 7 months once his current disqualification ends.
What do you think about that sentence?
He was sentenced to 14 months in prison and banned from driving for 5 years and 7 months once his current disqualification ends.
He didn't injure anyone. He could have, though. Is it his first offense? And he doesn't seem remorseful, but he's probably under the influence of something, and it's... I just don't think someone like this cares about having their license suspended. So I think maybe like a few years in prison, and then the 5 whatever. I don't know.
No action was taken regarding the suspected driving under the influence.
It just beggars belief that somebody can be in that state and willingly get into a vehicle and drive the way he's done, putting countless people at risk, including myself. That vehicle's capable of over 150 miles an hour. It's nearly 2 tons of vehicle. The way that we saw it driving, it was swerving, it was nearly colliding with all the police cars. It's written 3 police cars off. These people need stopping, and stopping quickly.
Am I dumb with my recommendation of a sentencing? Is that just stupid? Or amazing police officers, absolutely outstanding, and something about them not all having guns just makes me respect them even more. It's a dangerous job. I couldn't do it. He looks just like Mr. Terry History from a history reaction channel I watch. Yeah, that was great. Well, not great, but great job by the policeman. Love y'all. Hope you're all doing well. Would appreciate any comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.